That's better. That's good. All right. You're tuned into Born and Bred with Kristen Rochelle and Carmen Nash. I was almost. All right, so I got to meet you actually, I think it was like a month ago.
Maybe a month
ago.
Yeah.
You opened up for Co. Lewis and the Flyers.
Sure did, down in Wichita Falls.
You're kind of all over the place.
I am all over the place.
So where are you from originally?
I am born and raised 20 minutes away from here.
Really?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not that far at all. I'm over by Indiana, so I'm not that far either.
Nice.
So what, growing up in Hobart, Oklahoma, because that's a small town, guys, it's a super small town. What inspired you in Hobart? Anything in particular with music?
In music, not really, other than just my choir teacher that I had when we were in 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
She really pushed me and a good friend of mine to try out for All-State in Oklahoma. They went to my parents and they're like, you gotta get them to do this, get to be a part of it, they could be really great. So we did, and then it just eventually led to a very long classical music career. Being in Oklahoma All-State, I've got over 12 years of classical training.
You don't find that often in country music.
Yeah, I know. I have a very diverse background. It's very rare, honestly, how I got into doing what I do.
Yeah.
Because it all started off with choir. I mean, I did over 10 years of it.
Oh, wow.
So I started off in 6th grade, and I still did it all through college too,
Mm-hmm.
with private voice lessons. And while I was in high school at SWASU with Dr. Ferris, and then still in choir when I went to OSU, even though I didn't know what I wanted to do yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very undecided for a while, but I still had music scholarships, so luckily those music scholarships really kept my foot in the door. And then when I got into the music program, I met a lot of great people.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved the professors that the OSU had in the music program, and so they encouraged me to be in opera, be in musical theater, and try out for their professional choir.
So
and
you
I
did it all.
I did.
So you do have a very diverse background.
Yeah, and in Hobart, it was more also, I sang at my St. Peter and Paul Catholic Church for like 10 years straight. I was the singer.
Oh, okay.
So I did it at church, at school, everywhere.
That was the one thing that was missing. I was going to say, everybody that I've talked to, that's where they get their start. You know, it was church. It usually is a Baptist church. So.
That's Catholic church for me.
Catholic church for you. So what was that like? I've been to one Catholic church. My grandmother was Catholic. And the music is a little bit more structured and
Yeah, it's
different.
It's very traditional.
Mm-hmm.
It's very old. I mean, it's the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
You know, it goes back from the very man who started it all. So I mean, it's just a very traditional church, very traditional hymns. It goes back with a lot of how, like, in the olden days, everything was just sung, strictly everything, and so they try to keep a lot of that still alive with what we do.
Yeah. And you're probably able to implement a lot of that stuff over into your country music career. Now, do you consider, what genre do you kind of put yourself in? Country, red dirt, bluegrass?
I would definitely say country for sure. A lot of what I write just right now, when I started off writing, I just got out what I could, because when I started songwriting, I had no experience. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't fully taught on the guitar either. So, you know, it's just your basics and what you can get on paper, and eventually get up the courage to be like, okay, this song isn't that bad. But as I've grown as a songwriter, it's definitely a lot more country. But I am starting to make myself pull more towards, like, I'm more of a storyteller songwriter than anything. So
That's good. I'm one of those people that I will listen to the story, you know, and I'll pick the lyrics apart. So I'm one of those people. I like to know that there's some substance in there, you know, with something I'm listening to.
I like doing that mainly because, I mean, a lot of the songs you do here, it's just, you know, they're breakup songs.
Yes,
or just
they
I love you
are.
songs. I haven't experienced that in my life.
You haven't?
No, I have not.
Oh, God.
No relationship ever. So for me, and just my opinion, to write about it, you kind of have to know about it.
That is very true. That is very true.
Or make it up.
Make it up.
So that's why I like the storytelling a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite songs, and a lot of people that are very a big fan of my song Don Wayne. I mean, it's just a song I wrote about my dad.
Yeah.
It can have such simple meaning to so many different people, but like only me, my mom, and my dad are the only three people in this world that know or will like ever know the true meaning behind like every word to that song.
Right.
But anybody can make that song what they want it to be.
Exactly.
So
and it's the beautiful thing about music.
that's what I like about storytelling, songwriting, not just I went out to a bar and drank a beer. Don't worry, I'll probably write those songs one day because they're fun to sing for sure.
Went mudding in your truck.
Yeah.
All that stuff. I sit behind a mixer all day at a country music station, and I'm going to tell you that there is times I have to turn it down because I'll be sitting at work, and then some of those songs are sad, okay? And then I'll start crying. And I'm like, I can't listen to it anymore. I can't. I'm just totally depressed right now.
My range of songwriting too is me going more into the storytelling. It is like I do have songs I've wrote about, men that I have, had in my life in the past. But they're also, I like to write them more of as a self-empowerment point of view.
That's good. That's good. Because like you were saying, a lot of country songs they have like a thing they follow, and it's hard to pick one out from another sometimes because the subjects are all the same.
Yeah. And anybody who knows me, I do not like to be cliche or any kind of way whatsoever. I like to be as authentic and uniquely me as possible.
Yeah.
And I don't like blending into anything that everybody else does. So you might catch me sometimes. Sorry, got a little distracted.
And that's Matthew, I think. Is that Matthew?
Honestly, I can't see. Anyways, but you might catch me in some songs that are might seem like a basic love song, but I try to put them from my own perspective and be like, my own perspective. I know it's a lot deeper meaning. It's way harder when you try to explain your songs to people.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, you do it really well through your music.
Yeah, very true.
You do it really well through your music.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this outside of, the church, the choir, and things like that?
I started doing my solo country music career in 2020 in Stillwater, Oklahoma. 2020, I know, it's that year. So I, like you said, been singing my entire life and had all this experience. My friend was a bartender on the strip in Stillwater. My parents said, hey, we should get you a guitar. So they did. Taught myself how to play. And then just kind of took it from there. She got a different job at a brand new bar. And she told her boss, she said, hey, let's get this place on the map. You want to do that, you bring in live music. And this is Stillwater, the strip we're talking about. So I booked a live show every Wednesday for the spring semester of 2020. I had a weekly gig at the Coney Island in Stillwater. I also sang with a friend of mine for Funkin' Beers in Stillwater. Anybody who knows what that is, a college bar. So I sang a couple of songs with a funk band too on Thursday nights. Yeah, I throw all kinds of random things at you. You name it, I probably sang it. So I did that, and eventually it led to a lot more things. So I was also involved in the music industry program at OSU, and so I got a music industry degree, which is focused on live music, live entertainment, production, and music publishing, all that good stuff. And the head of our major, he was friends with some local places in town, like Iron Rock Brewery, and just places that he wanted to get our foot in the window and wanted to get us just comfortable and start getting to experience playing in public and playing your music in front of people. And we would get together and have our music meetings, and we would form our singer-songwriters group. We would all get together and produce music. We would write music together just to kind of get that flowing. And then once I did that, I started reaching out to people and be like, hey, do you want me to play? Or people would find me and said, hey, we want you to play. And then I also met Kelly Green, the part of the Great Divide bass player, one of the owners of the Salty Bronc in Stillwater. And so when COVID happened, live music, bless everything, obviously, but live music, that was a knife in the heart.
Yeah.
We still did COVID concerts, so we just live streamed it on the internet, and it kind of took off from there. And here we are today. And I want everyone to see your shirt really quick. Just I love this. Do you see this? I love this. I love that it matches the stars that are just so
Yes, where'd you get that shirt?
That's a great question. I don't know.
No. Oh, I like it.
I've had it for quite a while. I do.
I'm a fringe person. I like fringe.
I just love it. You caught me on my one day that I wear gold. I'm a silver and turquoise jewelry kind of gal, though. So one day I wore gold.
Well, gold looks good on you, especially in this really bright light.
Yeah, blonde hair.
So tell people where they can get your music at. You stream everywhere,
All streaming platforms. Whatever you listen to, I'm there.
and you're on Facebook, Instagram, all those places.
At Carly Nash Music, that's me.
At
I
Carly Nash
actually
Music.
just made my own website not too long ago that has all the information you need. Upcoming shows. We're releasing merchandise for the first time super
Ooh.
soon. Yeah. The shirts are super cute. I can't wait for everybody.
You gotta have some fringy shirts. You need some shirts with fringe on them.
Yeah, well, it was really hard to decide whether I wanted, just my name on a shirt. I'm like, what about guys too?
Mhm.
But I'm like, you know what? I don't care about the guys.
Yeah,
wear it if
they
they
have
want to.
everything. We
I was like, I'm just gonna put on a shirt what I want to put on a shirt, and then we'll maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe I'll
Well, I
satisfy
trust your
them.
judgment. You got good taste, so
Thank
I trust whatever shirt you make. You guys make sure you tune into Board and Bread. You can catch Carly Nash on there, and of course, check her out on all her social media sites. Make sure you tune in to New Country